Joining us now is the man himself, Kentucky Congressman and the chairman of the House Oversight Committee, James Comer. Great to have you here, Mr. Chairman. Walk us through that meeting that you had with Elon Musk and where you believe the House Oversight Committee and other departments, where they can cut some of the spending there on Capitol Hill.
Well, the first meeting was a private meeting with a few of the committee chairs that'll have the committees of jurisdiction that'll deal with the regulations and the unnecessary spending and the personnel reform that they're wanting to implement. So we talked about a strategy coming right out of the gate. We feel like we can even pass a few bills like the Show Up Act, which will require the federal employees to actually start going back to work in person instead of sitting at home all day. We can pass that bill before Donald Trump's ever even sworn into office in the new Congress. So we talked a little bit about strategies there. Then Musk and Ramaswamy came and spoke to the entire Republican conference, all 220. And they listened to a lot of different members, but they also laid out their vision. And I think the message that the Republican conference got was these guys are serious about cutting wasteful spending and no more punting, no more blaming it on the Senate. They're going to implement their agenda, and they expect the House of Representatives to work closely with them. And I certainly pledge my support, and hopefully we'll have everyone on board because we don't have any votes to spare.
Yeah, I want to ask you while I have you here, we've talked a lot over the last 2 years about Hunter Biden. You've spent countless hours investigating this family, his dealings, the laptop, and now he's been pardoned. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, we said this all along, that he would be pardoned. But the interesting thing, as you know, about the pardons, they were preemptive, which would apply to anything, which is proof that everything that we said he did, from money laundering to violation of the Foreign Agents Registration Act to tax evasion, he did. That's why Joe Biden made that pardon so extensive. And I think that the ball is now going to be in the Trump Justice Cabinet's court. You can go forward. There are still avenues to hold Hunter Biden accountable. But my ultimate objective is to hold the deep state actors in the government accountable for all the cover-ups. Hunter Biden should have been in prison long before Joe Biden was ever elected president. If his name hadn't been Biden, he would have been in prison for a multitude of financial crimes, not to mention his drug-related crimes, his gun-related crimes, and the sex trafficking and all the other crimes that were so apparent and obvious on the laptop. So I believe that the Kash Patel and Pam Bondi are serious about reforming what we all refer to as the deep state, these intelligence and justice cabinet federal bureaucrats that have a two-tier system of justice that have weaponized their agencies against conservatives. And I believe that we can use our investigation of Hunter Biden as the blueprint for how to hold these bureaucrats accountable.
Yeah. Congressman, do you think that President Biden's going to pardon himself or any other family members? The White House has said that.
I do think he'll pardon other family members. He's going to have to. Look, all we can do on the Oversight Committee is do criminal referrals. People say, why didn't you arrest Joe Biden or whatever? That's not how it works. We do investigation, and then we turn over our investigation to the Justice Cabinet. We have a corrupt Justice Cabinet under Merrick Garland. I don't think anyone in America disagrees with that now. So what we did with Jim Biden, the president's brother, we brought him in for a transcribed interview, and he lied, just like Hunter Biden lied in his deposition. Yeah. And it's a felony to lie to Congress. We have criminal referrals on Jim Biden as well as Hunter Biden. So I fully expect Joe Biden to pardon Jim Biden and maybe others. Remember, we found that 10 Biden family members, including Joe Biden, benefited directly from their influence peddling schemes.
If that happens, is that an admission of guilt that the Bidens were all in on this?
Absolutely. And I think what he's done with Hunter is already an admission of guilt. And Joe Biden knew it. He knew it from day one. He lied about the laptop in the debate with Trump, and he lied when he said he wasn't going to pardon Hunter Biden, and everything he said in between those two lies were lies as well.
Yeah. All right. Congressman James Comer, always great to chat with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.